The height h and semi-vertical angle alpha of cone are measured, and from these values total surface area of the cone including the base is calculated. Suppose h and alpha are in error by small quantities delta h and delta alpha respectively. Find the corresponding error in area. Also show that if alpha equals pi by 6, an error of positive 1% in h will be approximately compensated by an error of negative 0.33 degrees in alpha. Suppose we have a cone with r as the radius, alpha is the semi-vertical angle, h is the height and L is the slant height. Then total surface area including the base is given by capital A equals base area plus curved surface area or lateral surface area. That is, total surface area of cone A equals pi r square plus pi r L, which can be written as pi r times L plus r. From this figure, it's clear that tan of alpha equals h by r, from where we have r equals h times tan alpha. Similarly, sec of alpha equals hypotenuse by adjacent side, that is sec alpha equals alpha slant height divided by height, which is sec alpha equals L by h. From this we have slant height L equals h times sec alpha. Thus we have total surface area A equals pi r into L plus r can be rewritten as A equals pi times h tan alpha multiplied to h sec alpha plus h tan alpha. We have just replaced r by h tan alpha and L by h sec alpha in this equation and arrived at this expression. You can take h square common from outside both the terms, and we have A equals pi h square times tan square alpha plus tan alpha sec alpha. By total differential formula, we have total differential dA equals dou A by dou h into dh plus dou A by dou alpha into d alpha, which can also be written as dou A by dou h into delta h plus dou A by dou alpha into delta alpha. Since we have capital A, which is the area, equals pi h square tan square alpha plus tan alpha sec alpha, first order partial derivative of area A with respect to h, treating alpha as a constant, is obtained as 2 pi h tan square alpha plus tan alpha sec alpha. We have first order partial derivative of area with respect to alpha obtained as pi h square 2 tan alpha sec square alpha plus sec square alpha sec alpha plus tan alpha sec alpha tan alpha. This is because derivative of tan square alpha with respect to alpha is 2 times tan alpha into derivative of tan alpha, which is sec square alpha. Similarly, we have derivative of tan alpha sec alpha with respect to alpha can be evaluated using product rule. First term after application of product rule will be derivative of first function tan alpha into second function sec alpha. We have derivative of tan alpha is sec square alpha. Thus, first term after application of product rule is obtained as sec square alpha into sec alpha. Second term after application of product rule will be first function into derivative of second function, which is sec alpha. We have derivative of sec alpha equals sec alpha tan alpha. Thus, we have second term obtained as tan alpha sec alpha tan alpha. Now you can rewrite the total differential dA as this expression by just giving dou A by dou h equals this expression and dou A by dou alpha equals this expression. Since it is given that delta h equals 1 by 100 and alpha takes the value pi by 6. Delta h equals 1 by 100 because it is given that error of positive 1% is to be assumed while measuring height of the cone. When you consider alpha equals pi by 6, we have tan alpha becoming tan pi by 6 and sec square alpha becoming sec square pi by 6. We have tan square alpha becomes tan square pi by 6, which is 1 by root 3 the whole square. Tan alpha can be replaced by tan pi by 6, which is 1 by root 3. Sec alpha becomes sec pi by 6, which is 2 by root 3. Here tan alpha can be replaced by 1 by root 3. Sec square alpha can be replaced by 2 by root 3 the whole square, and sec cube alpha can be replaced by 2 by root 3 the whole cube. Thus, by giving particular values known, we will obtain dA equals 2 pi h 1 by root 3 the whole square plus 1 by root 3 into 2 by root 3 into h by 100 plus pi h square multiplied to 2 times 1 by root 3 into 4 by 3 plus 8 by 3 root 3 plus 1 by root 3 into 2 by root 3 into 1 by root 3 multiplied to delta alpha, which can also be written as 2 pi h square by 100 plus 2 root 3 pi h square into delta alpha, which is the error in value while computing area of the cone. Since it is given that error of positive 1% associated with measurement of height of the cone will be compensated by error of negative 0.33 degrees in alpha, which is to be verified, the situation that error in measurement of height is compensated by error in alpha is equivalent to considering error associated with measurement of area equals 0. Here A depends on h and alpha. When it is given that error associated with one parameter is compensated by error in the other, it is the situation that error in computing area is 0. We can equate this RHS to 0. From this equation we have 2 pi h square by 100 equals negative 2 root 3 pi h square delta alpha. We can cancel h square from both sides. Similarly, 2 and pi can also be cancelled from LHS and RHS. Thus, we are left out with delta alpha equals minus 100 root 3 radians. We have delta alpha equals negative 0.01 upon 1.732 multiplied to 57.3 to convert radians measure to degree measure. Thus we have delta alpha equals negative 0.33. Thus we have verified that if error of positive 1% while measuring height of the cone is compensated, then corresponding error in measurement of semi-vertical angle alpha will be negative 0.33 degrees.